Hey there everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time, I actually don't remember. I recorded all this last night and I hardly remember much, other than I was trying to get Yuri's attention, and that I left off on making another poem, so I actually came back and there's this. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Alright, so let's look at what she wants. Hopefully, because I remember thinking last night maybe I ought to try to make Sayori a bit happy, because I don't know, I'm kind of worried about everyone after reading all their poems. So let's see. I do like fantasy. That's her word. Shit. Vitality. Okay, yeah, that's a Yuri word. Destiny. Now there is something I want to discuss if I happen to find a certain word here somewhere. Aura. Yeah, that's another word. Let's use flee. Okay, that's another Yuri word. I keep saying it's another Yuri word. I should probably try saying other stuff. Passion. Okay, that's a Sayori word. I don't mind this at all. I do like horror. I can say that. Extreme! And yeah, it's another Yuri word. Extreme fireflies! That's a Sayori word, but whatever. I do like whisper. I think I used that last time. Let's try... Graveyard. Existence. Embrace. This is fine. I want to add in some words that Sayori will like, but I'm trying to also make sure I throw in stuff that I know Yuri likes. She likes descriptive stuff. She also likes horror stuff. I am leaning towards waterfall, though. She liked it. Crap. I don't care much for Natsuki. I'm cool with Yuri. I'm alright with Sayori. Natsuki I don't really care much about. Though something I want to ask. How come Monica, that's her name, I nearly said Megumi. How come Monica doesn't have a word here? Okay, heartbeat? I don't know if that's another Natsuki word. That word! So, after I got done recording yesterday, I talked to Dwan, I told him about my experiences, and you know what he told me? He told me that this is a Yuri word. I mean, I get that she likes horror stuff, but... No! I'm not using that word! Starscape. Okay, yeah, good. Starscape is a whole lot better. I think I already used it, but I'll take that over frickin' suicide. Afterimage. Should probably look at other words. Extraordinary. Okay, that's a Sayori word. Again, I'm fine with this. Vertigo. Yeah, I had a feeling that'd be your word. Vertigo from lust? I mean, sure. Poof. Oh, this is the last word. Desire. Yeah, there we go. That's another Yuri word. Oh, man. Oh, let's hope I can remember the voices I gave these guys. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great! Is Sayori here? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food! Yeah, that reminds me of something that I did back in college. Like the whole college would have this, they called it Fall Fest or Spring Fest, I think, depending on the year, because it was a, twice a year kind of deal. Basically, you'd get to talk to all these kinds of groups about, if you want to go to another college when you're done with your community college. They also had food, and they had games. Like one time they had this one thing, I don't know what it's called, but they put you in a harness and they just friggin' hop around up and down. They also had a bit of a bouncy castle once, like a bouncy obstacle course rather, where you just went through that. That was a lot of fun. I should probably get back to the game. No more story time for now. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica! Do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? Never tried it myself. I'm curious about it, but, never tried it. You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name! Monica! That's not how you say my name at all! Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. I was about to say that. Thank you for speaking my mind. Also, you're hitting the fourth wall again, Monica. I hope you realize this. Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Yeah, where is she? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Hey, you alright? Is it because I said I'd walk home with Yuri? Yeah, now that I'm playing this again, it's starting to come back to me. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Okay, no. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course! Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. After yesterday, I feel like I have every right to worry about you. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Good idea! I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Please tell me if you have. Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Em. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. I don't know, I feel like I should persist on this. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Em. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light bulb was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Yeah, I can actually see her being like that. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Outwardly maybe, but you don't know how she is, deep inside, you know? It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Em. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Oh. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. You okay? I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. Really, you just looked at me. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? Okay, sorry if the lighting looks different. I had to adjust it because I noticed my webcam kept kind of, messing up. Has a tendency to do that when there's not enough light. How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Nah, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. How's her possibly being upset about something romantic? I didn't mean to say something stupid. Yeah, I kind of have to agree that was a bit stupid, Yuri. I'm sorry. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Oh, please don't get jealous. Please don't. I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Childhood friends, I should point out, so obviously there's a bit of a deeper connection, you know? Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. What is it? Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple chick. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. As long as it's not caffeinated, sure. I can't have caffeine or else I'll get sick. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Oh, whoops, that's me. Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious, that's all. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Ooh. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve them in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Em. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? I'm amazed, personally. Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Oh. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. As long as you don't devolve into someone who really doesn't want me being friends with the others. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Do you like oolong tea? Does that have caffeine in it? Cause I don't know right off the top of my head. Something tells me my future self's gonna edit something in this. At least I hope you do, future me. It might be important in the future to know whether or not oolong tea has caffeine in it. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really did this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will! Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was laying at show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Em. This is a common trend I've noticed. I'm worried about Sayori, I'm worried about you. Somewhere deep down, I think I'm worried about Monica and Natsuki, too. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. That's it. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Uh-oh. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? It's chocolate. Chocolate's delicious. Unless you're allergic to chocolate or something. That's probably a thing. Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Aww. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Oh, I think I know where this might be going. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. Aww. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh? How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of my breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Thank you, Monica! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! You can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks! The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. Yeah, I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yeah, I feel the same way. Anyway, I'm at 30 minutes, so that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, it'll be poem sharing time. That's probably going to take up the entirety of next episode. Maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, I hope you have a good morning, day, or night, wherever you are, and I will catch you later.